Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to do a little bit more with some basic navigation. In the last tutorial I showed you how you could use some code snippets to make simple navigation going from a particular frame, frame 1, to some other frame. So we had some text on frame 1, and when a user clicked on a particular word, they would jump over to either frame 10, 20, or 30 as necessary, and each of those frames had a home button, so to speak, not technically a button, but still had something they could click on to jump back over to frame 1, and it worked pretty simple. Let's assume we also want to do some animation though. So instead of my star layer in frame 30 having just a static star, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that star. And I didn't select it very well, so let me make sure I get the stroke also and delete it completely. So the only thing on frame 30 right now, by the way, is my little home button. And instead I'm going to make an animation. So I'll go ahead and insert a new symbol, and my symbol dialog box is over here, and movie clip symbol is fine. I'll call this animated star, and to keep it simple I will simply draw another star. I think I still have that tool. I'll do a right click, create a motion tween, converted it, and yeah, 1 second is fine. So I'll use my selection tool. On frame 1 I'll have it over here. On frame 24 pop it over there, add a little arc to it, so there's my star animation. Okay, so let's see what happens now. I'm going to jump back over to scene 1, and I need to be in my library so I can take my animated star and I'll pop that right over there. And let's see what happens now. So if I press Control Enter to preview, of course I can go to my square, go back home, go to circle, back home. That was created in that earlier video. Let's see what happens when I go to my star. There it is. So there's my animated star. Now you notice this is looping. While I'm on this particular frame, at the moment, I am on frame 30 of my movie, and I'm stuck at frame 30 because I told it to go there and stop. It's simply playing that animated star symbol over and over. Well, let's assume I didn't want it to do that. Well, here's one way I can keep that from happening multiple times. Let's go ahead and close this. I'm going to go back into my animated star symbol. I'm going to create a new layer. Technically I don't need to create a new layer to do this, but I'm going to create a new layer up here. I'm going to call it Actions. Could have done this right on here. And I'm going to go to frame 24. I'll press F6 to make a keyframe. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose Actions, and that's all the way here at the bottom. It's just off my recorder. You can't see it, but I'm going to hit Actions. Could have also pressed F9, by the way. That opens up my Actions dialog box, my Actions panel, and I'm going to go ahead and type in the very simple stop. Okay, so I want to stop at whatever frame I'm typing this. I'm going to stop at frame 24. Okay, so just that one little change. I go back to my main scene, I press Control Enter to preview, I click on my star to navigate. It'll occur once and stop. I am stopping that animated sequence at the end of the animated sequence. So it only occurs that one time. And then of course I could go back home, go back to star again, and we'll see it animate again. So it's pretty easy to put animations into this whole navigation system because our animations are simply stored on their respective symbols. Okay, so use this technique and have some fun.